I reread The Giver as an adult, and here's some things that I noticed. Number one, they don't get paid for their jobs. Somehow as a 12-year-old, I just didn't connect those dots. Number two, they made the dumbest, laziest, or what they call dumb, females birth mothers in the story because they didn't want them to catch on that they were actually being essayed. It was pretty clearly spelled out what release actually was before they explicitly told us, because it was both a punishment and a celebration. We know release is a punishment because in the beginning of the story, there's an aircraft that no one really knows where it's from that goes overhead, and everyone gets kind of freaked out. And then the elders get on the loudspeaker and say that it's just a pilot who got lost during his training and not to worry because he'll be released for this big moral failure. And everyone kind of laughs about it, but they know that it's a really big deal. We also know that it's a celebration because at the house of the old, basically like an old folks home where the elderly go, Jonas volunteers and they talk about having to apply to be released, and then they have this big party that's kind of like a memorial or a funeral where you celebrate one's life, and then whoever's being released walks through these big white doors. Last one is they don't have animals anywhere in their community, and I knew that, but I didn't realize they didn't know animals had once actually existed, because Jonas is in a memory and he sees an elephant because they get these comfort objects, kind of like a stuffed animal, and he tells the giver, I had no idea those actually were around or real. We have to remember The Giver was written as a standalone book, and then it did so well that Lois Lowry decided to do a quartet. And remember, a quartet is different than a series, which is why the quartet doesn't focus solely on Jonas in this little story of the community. I forgot how ambiguous the story ends, but Jonas's story is wrapped up in the last book, Son. This book is so much more horrifying as an adult, so I do recommend a reread.